Demonic Angel, and today I want to actually unveil a gift I was given recently by my husband. So I have not opened this before. Just a little string fell out of the bag here, but I'm going to open it for the first time here with you guys. We recently had a big celebration, and I'm really lucky to live that, part of my life. I tell you, I really do treasure it, and it's really amazing to have somebody who's so supportive of me, through this whole journey. He was the one who definitely, told me, hey, you need to be on, you talk to me so much, you should be on YouTube sharing your ideas. So, that's all because of him, because he's definitely a computer nerd. But, yeah, I'm going to unveil this with you guys. So I was like, you know what? I think that would be the best way to do it. And, so it says K-Gun Handicraft, proud to offer beautiful and genuine leather product. It's like a really old school bag, like, you know what's cool? It reminds me of like 1950s little bags they used to have that kids would just literally hold out their sacks, for candy. So what's in here? I felt the little lump, okay, like on the front of it. Oh, it's a keychain, I think. But it looks, oh, look, it's got, alright, let's take the, it looks like a, little strap around it. It is a dragon. I'm not holding it right. It's a dragon in a pentagram. It's so cool. Wow. It reminds me of, the ideas of Satan, being an ancient dragon of wisdom. I don't know. At least that's what it was going to mean to me. Oh, same thing on the front. Really, really cool. So, yeah, it is a keychain. Alright, I'm a little bit, dense sometimes, but I'm figuring it out here. Oh, wow, look, it literally looks like you could literally, like, close it, right? So it's a mini grimoire. It's a keychain grimoire. You can open it, like, let's say you have a little pen and you're, like, out in the, meditating or something out in the desert, the forest. It's a mini grimoire, yeah, and it literally feels like this is expensive and thick. Like, oh, it makes me want to get like a real old-fashioned ink pen, dip in quill and really feel like all witchy about stuff, but really thick and tight, like, so you could just have this as your, I'm going to keep it for my hiking grimoire, guys. I think that'll be the best, coolest thing to do. Okay, so what's this? Okay. Well, I do think it's a proper sized grimoire. That's my assumptions, but here's the back. It's really thick. I mean, it really has that. Look at how the pages look like. It literally looks like a middle-aged, like, grimoire. Gonna open up the book, Proper Witchcraft. Oh, stitching on the side. I'm gonna provide maybe a link to whoever he paid to craft this, and then promote them just because I do like it. I mean, this is excellent. This is thick stitching. Like, it reminds you of the old days where sometimes they bound these books in human skin, mostly having to do with, they would have cadavers for science, when it was really kind of seen as outside of society, and then they would use some of the leftover skin to just make books, because a lot of other materials are expensive and stuff, and it kind of is morbid and fits. Then we have, it's literally a little moon kind of look to it. Like it's the triple goddess. So, you know, we've got the maiden, the mother, and the crone. I do have that tattoo. And that's like the whole design of it. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Of course, my husband knows how much that symbol really means to me and my relation to the moon and the cycles. And then it's got this really cool jewelry, like a proper jewel on it. It's really cool. It's thick. Okay, see how right at the beginning it's got all that? It's thick. I mean, this is thick binding. And it look at the pages are made, you know, like they're not all sticking out at the same exact way, you know. They're literally like, well, you would expect, like old pages, a 500-year-old library book, to just have these kinds of jagged types of edges and not be consistent. Wow, that's so cool. I'm just going to have to, yeah, so that is what it is, all the way through to the end. It's probably got, I would estimate 50 to 75, probably 50 pages, you know, you could do front, because it's so thick. Again, like the keychain, you could do front and back and easily, you know, have spells front to back. So, wow. I saved my grimoires, you know, from my years since my early 20s of, you know, in like college notebooks. Like, you know, like that I was supposed to be using for homework. Like, but I've never really had a proper grimoire, and this is really, really neat. I mean, that's a really nice gift, and yeah, I definitely am in love, well taken care of, and yeah, I think oh, you don't have to be you know, partners, I think, with somebody who is an occultist as well. Kind of people we've talked to, you know, with people about that. But to me, I think it really does bring a richness to have a kind of a more of an emotionally dominant and a logically dominant person. They'll kind of really, you know, have this intense passion, at least passion in the sense of conversation and debates. And that's what I'm all about. As you can tell, I'm a storyteller. So even though, you know, my husband, you know, he doesn't believe is a weird way to put it, but like I would say not really interested. We have all these other interests that we're really passionate about, and you know, just knows how much this means to me, so that I can share this with you guys, and maybe one day we'll make him a believer. We have experienced, you know, a paranormal event together, but I think he still tries to logically explain that, and it really has only been that one time. I mean, he's kind of, the rest of it is, of course, as you imagine. He's very logical. I tell him premonitions, dreams, deep kinds of things, and you know, he listens and asks questions, and he does always learn something from me, from my bizarre, you know, points of view. Like, but at the same time, I think that he's my best, you know, like the better half of my brain, a little bit, just kind of like my rock, like, he just makes it very easy to ground, and feel connected with like the vibrant family life. I mean, and that's a big part of it, is that, you know, of course my house isn't really a home without my better half. That is definitely the way I feel about it. So I'm sure my husband will watch and enjoy this, but not as much as I enjoy the gift. As I use these, you know, I'll show them back off. I'm going to put them back in the little bag they came in. But really, really fun unbagging this with you guys. I've got a lot of videos to plan. I'm going off of some ideas that a patron was asking about, you know, me talking about a certain kind of magic and whatever, and we'll get into that soon. I'll talk to you guys later.